everyone. My name is Matthew Corvo. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this part of Symphonic Band for tonight. Today, we're going to play our very first piece of this evening called Into the Clouds by Richard Sauce-Dept. It's a fun, up-tempo piece that requires us to learn how to play in 3/4 time. Personally, I just have a lot of fun on Tiffany's. Here's what the composer had to say about this piece. One of my dreams has always been to be a pilot. As a pilot, we join the ranks of those less bound by conventional limits on time, distance, and personal freedom. You take off to wide open skies in any direction on the compass. But more than that, it's freedom. As you've never known it, far from commonplace. Finally, being a pilot symbolizes individualism and self-reliance. You are in control, and you make the choices. There's nothing like the experience of flight, except possibly the experience of music. And I hope the enthusiasm of both can be found in this piece.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome to our spring concert. We've been working on this for a while. I'm super excited. I'm a little sweaty because it is swampy in here. I don't know if you all noticed this. Under the lights, it's a good time. Hopefully, however, this music will be so cool that you'll get more comfortable. Is that how that works? Yeah. I think that's how it works. All right. So, one of the things that I always like to do, at least once a year at our spring concerts, is educate our audience a little bit. Some of you have seen this demonstration before, some of you haven't. But what I'd like to point out is how different music class is, band, choir, percussion, whatever class it is, from other classes. We're going to use a Bach chorale. This is a piece written by Johann Sebastian Bach 300 years ago. It's a very good way that bands use to work on a bunch of technique exercises. We're going to just take the first little bit of it, show you what it sounds like, and then we're going to do some stuff with it. So here's just the first little chunk. sound is. Now, in most classes, you can get some things wrong and still get a good grade, right? It doesn't really work like that in music. In music, we're kind of going for perfection all the time. And here's what I mean by that. Let's take it down to a B. A B is still a good grade, right? Say an 85%. We're going to try playing this, getting 85% of the notes correct. And see what that sounds like. Right? And that's supposedly a B level. Let's keep going. Let's go down to a C. This is still an average grade, right? A 75%? Maybe not the best grade, but, well, let's see what happens to music when we play at that level. Okay, so let's take it one step further. This is supposedly a passing grade. A D is a passing grade, right? With 60%? Here we go. That was the band equivalent to when a kid writes IDK on the answer. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of my point, right? We have such good ears, all of us. You can hear when it's not right, which means when we do this stuff in music, in order for it to sound good, we need to play like 99% minimum. The amount of effort that these young musicians in front of you put into just being perfect on their instrument every time is astonishing. I'm sure you've all heard them practicing at home. Anybody who's been walking through the halls has been hearing this practice. It takes so much time, so much effort, so much work, and so much attention to detail to play at that level of execution. If there are any teachers in other subjects in here, let's get all of your English students scoring out of 99 on your test. That would be awesome. Can you imagine how amazing school would be if everybody was scoring 99s on everything? So, let's now actually play this thing for real. We are going to play it the right way, the way we practiced, and before we do though, normally I just make this demonstration. I want to add one more layer on this, just so you all are aware. I think for those of you who aren't aware, which is probably most of you, I'm guessing most of you aren't band directors, the whole sort of band directing world was rocked a little bit a few months ago with the passing of a guy named Glenn Astor. He was the head of the College Band Director National Association. He commissioned more pieces than almost any band director in the past 20 years. And I was lucky enough to have him as my conducting teacher in my college. He was my band director in college. I owe more to this guy than any other teacher I've ever had in my entire life. And he was not old. He died at 60 years old. It was just sort of freak health thing. It was a surprise to everybody. It was absolutely tragic. But the reverberations of his education through the entire music ed world is incredible. And part of the reason I'm bringing this up now and I want to say it is that this piece, this Bach crowd, this is the first piece that I ever got to play with him on the first day that I sat down in his band at the Art School of Music. It's one of my favorite pieces of all time because now let's play a 99%, yeah? Alright, we're going to hear this the way it was meant to be heard, the way that Professor asked it.
My name is Elijah. I play tuba, and this next piece is the kind of thing that tuba players love to play. It's not often that tuba gets the main melody, but you'll hear it in this piece. The Machine Awakes is an unusual band piece because it features a pre-recorded electronic background. What you'll be hearing is a combination of our instruments on stage, the bizarre electronic sounds that represent the machine as it awakes. The composer, Stephen Bryant, describes the piece like this. The Machine Awakes is the sound of something not human, but of human hands. Something not entirely organic, but most definitely alive, waking for the first time. From the opening, swirling textures, we sense the first hesitant sparks of thought, attempting to find form and coherence. This new machine, sentient, aware, comes fully awake, possessed of emphatic self-determination and unfathomable purpose. We hope you enjoy The Machine Awakes.
The next piece has so many awesome moments for saxophone that Mr. Wolf asked me to introduce it. Amaranth, composed in 2001, is one of Jacob DeHaan's most popular pieces for band. The piece depicts a rural region filled with country roads and a beautiful lake in Lower Saxon, Germany. It opens with a beautiful melody in the low range of the clarinet and euphonium and is set in a minor key. For me, one of the fun things about playing a mid-range instrument like mine is the chance to play really cool counter melodies like in this piece. A counter melody is kind of like a dance partner for the main melody. It's a whole separate melody that tracks back and forth with the melody the other voices play. If you listen to the saxophone and Reese on the mellophone, you'll hear our part interweaving with the rest of the band throughout the piece.
and because I'm a senior, Mr. Wolf asked me to introduce the final band piece on my final band concert. In fact, he even wrote the script for me, so he can say anything. Speaking of which, Mr. Wolf is the best teacher at the school. He's my favorite and everyone should sign up for band, and that's definitely me, Shayla. Saying that is not written on this piece of paper I'm holding, I promise. Anyway, our final piece will be Arabian Dances music by Ronald Barrett. We had a ton of fun with this, and it gives every section of the band the chance to be the teacher. It also gave us the chance to study some of the unusual scales and sounds in Arabic music. If you want to learn more about crazy scales, just ask Mr. Wolf. He'll be happy to talk to you about it for hours. Thank you all for coming tonight, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the concert.
Thank you so much. If you'll bear with me for a moment, we've got a little bit of equipment change we need to do. You can talk amongst yourselves, and we'll be back with you momentarily. Alright, so, this next group is a new one for this school. This is going to be the first time that they have performed on the concert. We call this group the Yellow Jacket Ambassadors of Music, primarily because it's really fun that the nickname is Yams. So, we'll have Yams rehearsal after school on Thursdays. The idea with this group is that I will consistently get requests from various, corners of the community. Hey, can the band come play this? Can the band come play that? Can the band? And it's really hard to bring the whole band to things. It's 40 families plus an equipment trailer and having to rent a truck to pull it and a bus and all that stuff. So I find myself constantly having to say no, which is unfortunate because part of what we're here to do is support the community. So what we needed was a sort of light portable group that would be able to go and do things like the Memorial Day ceremony that's going to be happening in a couple various things. These guys will know a whole bunch of tunes so they can go play them really quick. They won't take a lot of setup, won't take a lot of transportation equipment. They're very mobile, they're very fast, and these 6 kids here are some of the more high-speed musicians in this music department. Most of what they play, I don't have to teach them. I just hand them the music and they figure it out on their own. They are very, very self-driven. It's super, super fun to watch. In fact, I believe for this one, I'm going to get to play with them, but this is a tune, these are tunes they learned on their own. They picked them, they learned them, they did them, and so I'm equally excited to hear it as you are. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Yellow Jacket Ambassadors for music.
After that big interruption, my horn was way back in my office. All right.
All right, so they've got one more for you, but this one's a little bit different. Instead of traditional, concert band instruments, a few of them came to me and said, "Hey, we want to learn a rock song from System of a Down." Who am I to say no to that kind of motivation? So, toxicity. to follow that hard rock with Mary Had a Little Lamb. I don't think I realized how much of a left turn that was going to be when I designed the program. Up next is our beginner percussion ensemble. These guys, there's a few veterans in here, obviously you can see, but most of them have really never played anything before January we started, I think. We spent about half the semester on drums. You saw them playing some drumline stuff as they came in, and you're going to hear a little more drumline stuff in a little bit. But we also started learning how to play some metal instruments, and Evan had the idea, hey, let's do Mary Had a Little Lamb. And I was like, all right. So this is variations on Mary Had a Little Lamb. This next one, while we do, just a few words for me. They got to bring all the marching drums out. It's gonna take a minute. At some point in the concert, and now's the time, I always feel like I have to say thank you. There are so many people that that we couldn't do this event without. I mean, from the facility staff to make sure everything is ready to go and clean and all that stuff, the administration supporting everything, the students, obviously, that work so hard, and the one that I don't think necessarily gets as much thanks, you parents at home. I understand how painful it can be to listen to a squawkaphone practicing for the 900th time, trying to get those notes out. I get it. I really get it. But the fact that you all support it and help them practice and drive them to the 1,000 rehearsals that they have and show up to performances like this, I mean, it wouldn't happen without all of the support from home students. Can we all thank our families, please? Now, you are seeing most of the music department on this concert. The symphonic band, as it says in the program, the symphonic band and the concert choir are classes that run during the day. YAMS is obviously an additional group that we sort of do on our own time. The beginner percussion ensemble is a half-year class that goes during the day. But a big portion of what we do at this school is marching band and marching band-related activities. It's kind of hard to miss that if you live in this town. I mean, we've got 6 straight state championships in the past, 6 years. The reason I bring it up is that we have already started practicing and getting our group going for the 2024 season next fall. We have our open house, we have rehearsal, but it is not too late to join. If you've got students that are in high school and want to join, certainly, but also the marching band is open to middle school students as well. 7th and 8th graders, if you all have any 7th or 8th graders that want to play some awesome music with some amazing instructors, this coming fall is going to be a particularly cool year. We've got a really, really awesome modern jazz-based show. It's going to be really complex and really, really cool. And we are definitely going to nationals this fall. We've already scheduled that, and we are now in a new competitive class. So for us, nationals is at an NFL stadium. We get to play at MetLife Stadium. So if you have any interest in doing that, or you've got 7th or 8th graders at home that might want to do that, please, please, please feel free to email. It is not too late to join. We especially need dancers and low brass players. We need more people in the low brass line, and we need more color guard. We'll take anybody if you got it. But I mean, hey, if we could have 80 people in marching band, that would be great, right? The more we get, the better. Are we ready to go? Enough jibber jabber for me? All right. So this is our beginner percussion ensemble with their concert drums. Before we play our little routine, we kind of want to show you a little bit of what they do. A lot of learning to play the drums is learning the technique of how to do it. The very first thing we learn is just literally how to hold the stick and the mechanics of a single stroke on the drum. Can we hear some legato? So this is the first exercise they learn on the first day. So important to getting the swing of the stick and the motion and how all of that stuff works, because then it can lead into more complicated stuff. Can we do a tap accent check pattern? So this is what's called a check pattern, where we take the concept and shift it over a beat every time. What I would encourage you to do is try clapping along with this one, and you'll hear the accents like offset, and it'll be like they have to mentally track all of this stuff while physically doing it with their hands. It's pretty cool. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Then you got to play with both hands, going back and forth, not just one hand at a time. Can we have, what did we decide we were calling it? Alligator monkey? Watermelon apple? Alligator crop top? Whatever. I don't know. Here we go. All about balancing the right and the left hand and making them work together rather than just one at a time. There's something, balancing multiple limbs is difficult when you do stuff like this. And then the final thing we got to was multiple bounce rolls. Evan Wyatt, can you show us a double stroke roll real quick? See how every stroke is hitting the drum twice? Show me a single, just one double stroke. Da. Double stroke. There's a single stick motion, but it hits the drum twice. That's hard. It's really, really tricky to build that skill. It's so integral to a lot of drumline stuff. So here we go. Chicken and roll. Here we go. I'll tell you what. That is some serious improvement in only, 3 months or something that we've been working on that? All right, now you want to see it all put together in some music? Here we go. Let's do the routine. Here we go. So start with approach. If you will bear with us for a moment, this is another fairly sudden little equipment change. We gotta get drums off, risers on. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the concert choir portion of tonight's concert. My name is Caitlin, and I get to introduce our first piece. Ask Me No More is a choir piece written by Ruth Morris Gray, but she did not write the lyrics. The lyrics are actually a poem written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. We spent quite a bit of time as a class talking about the poem and what the lyrics mean. We decided to interpret it as a person sitting with someone they love who's on their deathbed. At first, resisting the fact that their loved one will die, but eventually accepting it. But over and over they say, ask me no more. What is their loved one asking? Could it be, am I dying? Or maybe, do you love me? Or less likely, does my breath smell? It's unclear what the question is, but it's obviously a meaningful one. Without the music, the poem goes like this. Ask me no more, the moon may draw the sea. The cloud may stoop from heaven and take the shape, with fold to fold of mountain or of cape. But oh, too fond, when have I answered thee? Ask me no more. Ask me no more, what answer should I give? I love not hollow cheek or faded eye. Yet, oh my friend, I will not have thee die. Ask me no more, lest should I bid thee live. Ask me no more. Ask me no more. Thy fate and mine are sealed. I strove against the stream and all in vain. But the great river takes me to the main. No more, dear love, for at a touch I yield. Ask me no more. Like most great art, the meaning can be different things to different people, and we invite you to come up with your own interpretation. Here's the East Haven Concert Choir singing Ask Me No More. it's actually not a chorus piece. It's usually a barbershop quartet song. It turns out that Mr. Wolf is a very active barbershop quartet singer. In fact, his quartet just qualified for International Barbershop Quartet competition this summer. He's told us that he likes making choirs sing barbershop because it forces them to learn how to sing chords really well. And it did for us. Barbershop is always completely a cappella, which means there are no instruments, only voices. So you'll get to hear our voices really clearly as we do our best to lock in the range of the chords. That's apparently how barbershoppers say it. This song is a very traditional barbershop song that almost every quartet knows, called Heart of My Heart.
My name is Garrett. I'm a senior, and I've been in the choir ever since Mr. Wolf started it back up. This is my final concert with the music department. Also, I love musical theater. And this song is from a Broadway show, so I get to introduce it. When I Grow Up was written by Tim Minchin for the Broadway show Matilda. It's a song told from the perspective of the kids in the show. Imagine what they'll do and who they'll be when they get to be adults. It's super fun to sing, and it's a great show. You should go see it if you get a chance. They actually just released a movie version of it, which is on Netflix right now. So imagine you're a kid again and enjoy it when I grow up.
Branches that I need to reach.
And yeah,
You see me? I've been here for all the concerts except for the choir. I'm going to do a solo now from the movie Whiplash. The song is Whiplash from the movie Whiplash.
So while they're doing the last little bit of their stuff, what you're about to see is our competitive winter percussion ensemble. So this is an offshoot of the marching band. We do the whole marching band thing in the fall with tons of percussion and tons of color guard dancers, and then we go into the winter and all of the windy players get to play in the concert band. And all of the drummers and percussionists are like, because there's no marching drums or anything like that in concert band, so they don't really have anything to do, and the color guard doesn't have anything to do either. So there's this whole separate set of competition circuit that happens during the winter, specifically for color guard and for winter percussion. We had a winter guard this year, and we also had a winter percussion. Now our winter percussion was so good that they ended up getting kicked out of their competitive class and moved up a class because they were just, the judges were like, you guys are way too good for this level, we're gonna move you up. So, bring up their director, Matt Johnson. He's the one who taught all of us. Matt wrote and arranged this entire show, and so the 2024 East Haven High School Co-op Competitive Winter Percussion Ensemble Show, Tears of the Kingdom. thank you so much for coming tonight to support the arts, the culinary, the tech department, and of course, us here in the music department. It's been a fantastic night of art all around. Thank you so much. Have a safe drive home, and we will see you next fall.